Hello and welcome to the Millionaire Life Coaching Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Taracco, and I have for you today an incredible guest, Dr. John Demartini. For more information about Millionaire Life Coaching, you can go to millionaireLifeCoaching.com. Dr. John Demartini is a human behavioral specialist, speaker, trainer, author, and he has an absolutely incredible message that I really want everyone here to listen in on and take hold of. He shares his story with us. It's a relatively short interview. I'll definitely want to have him back on the show to share some deeper insights. I actually had just attended the breakthrough experience, and I would recommend to everybody who hasn't been to these types of seminars to really start getting involved. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Dr. John Demartini.
Thank you for having me.
Great. So you're a world-renowned speaker, author, trainer. Tell me a little bit more about what you do.
Well, you've pretty well said it. I for the last 42 years of my life, I've been involved as an educator. I have been researching and writing and basically traveling and teaching. I have background also in the healthcare industry, but primarily in helping businesses and individuals who are leaders do extraordinary things with their life, doing the things that they really want to do with their business or their personal lives. I help them get clear about what that is, get strategies in place, and help them focus and accomplish their aims that they're wanting, and also to be financially prosperous in the process and give them permission to do more expanded goals to do what's really meaningful to them in their life.
Who is your ideal customer? What can you tell me about your niche or your market?
That's a good question. I've had some challenges narrowing it down because one day I'm somewhat of a polymath. So in one day I'm speaking to people in government, the next day financial industries, next one is corporate. Sometimes I'm speaking, like last night, to educators. And I'm quite varied. Anything to do with human behavior and maximizing performance in human behavior can lead me to quite a number of markets. But I guess you could say that anybody that wants to be self-driven, entrepreneurial, leadership-oriented, financially driven, and that wants to do something that leaves a mark in the world and in history, those are the people that I primarily speak to.
What do you enjoy most about your business?
Well, I've had a dream since I was 17. I nearly died when I was 17 years old, and I met an amazing teacher one night after nearly kind of recovering, and one night, 1 hour, one message, one man inspired me to believe in new possibilities for myself, and ever since that night I've had a dream to do the same thing with other people like he had done for me. And so what inspires me is doing exactly that, learning and researching and finding out the most cutting edge ideas and principles and methodologies that can assist people in doing extraordinary things. I've been studying the greatest individuals in every field and what's common to them and what's allowed them to excel and achieve and do remarkable things. And I'm a believer that everybody has amazing capacities, and if they follow the same principles that have stood the test of time, they'll stand the test of time. So I just love doing that. I can't think of anything else I'd rather be doing than what I do.
So what do you like most about what you do?
The thing I love most about it is watching human beings get their eyes turned on and their heart opened to what they really love to do and find strategies to do it and start making progress on doing it and getting seeing things results. I guess I'm results oriented. Bottom line is I love watching people do extraordinary things, and I love participating. I just got a letter this morning that was absolutely inspiring about a gentleman that for 13 years he was not able to get his business off the ground. It was just kind of floundering, was not getting ahead financially. And he says in the last 2 years since he's attended the programs, he's now a multimillionaire. And in
Wow.
2 years he did that.
Wow,
and when I read that, I get tear in my eye. I don't know how to describe it. It just gives me a tear in the eye. I go, there's another one. We did it.
That's amazing.
That inspires me. That keeps me going every day. I can't wait to get up and do that.
So what are some important lessons you've learned along the way?
Well, that every human being lives by a set of priorities, a set of values, things that are most important and least important in their life. And whatever's highest on their values, whatever's most important, they're spontaneously inspired from within to do it. And they can't wait to get up in the morning and do it. and they love to tackle the challenges that it takes to conquer it. And so setting goals that are aligned and congruent, that are really, truly true to them, that are aligned and congruent to what's highest on their values, this is the key to achievement. This is the key to waking up their natural-born leader. This is the key to self-worth. This is the key to creativity. This is the key to exemplifying potential. And so that's one of the key elements is being authentic and congruent and fluent with what's really most important in your life, and be yourself.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, there's a lot of speakers and a lot of trainers, and what makes you different? What kind of sets you apart?
You know, I wish I could tell you all the different things that can, make me stand out. All I know is that I'm just a dedicated guy. I've got 42 years of track record of doing it neurotically. I probably have the busiest schedule anybody on the planet. I speak nearly 400 times, sometimes more than 400 times a year. I'm traveling full time, literally full time. I go city to city to city. I just love it. This is what I do. I've read about 30,000 books. I have a wealth of information. I hit it from angles that most people don't do. But I've just the consistent focus and doing what I love and trying to serve people, I think, is it. I don't know how different that is. I don't really focus or compare myself. I just focus on what my mission is.
Who holds you accountable? Who are your mentors and advisors, or who's helped you along the way?
Oh, gosh, many, many people. My father was an impact on me when I was young. He held me accountable when I was 9. I had my first company when I was 9. I had 9 employees when I was 9 years old with the kids around the neighborhood doing yards and doing landscaping. He made me accountable, had to pay gas, wear and tear, depreciation schedules, and a percentage for him to have to keep equipment. And then he started charging me for rooms, clothes and rent and everything else. He made me very accountable when I was 9 because he knew I wasn't going to make it in school because I had learning problems. And then I met Howard Hughes when I was about 14. He had an impact on my life. And then Paul Bragg when I was 17. He had a major impact. And then I met an amazing teacher named Lakishwar that when I was 23 that had a significant impact on studies and vastness of literature to study. And then I met Jim Parker, who is a leading chiropractor that had an impact on me. And then I've just been devouring the greatest minds, the greatest ideas, the greatest people in every field, from leaders in business, leaders in politics, leaders in sports, leaders in every field, academia, anything that can help me have an advantage to make a difference in my life. Because I really believe you can't put your hand in the pot of glue without some of the glue sticking. So I've had numerous mentors, some in literature and books, and some of it in reading and researching in Google, and some of it is just live people. So I had a professor who is in physics. I had another one, advanced studies at Princeton, who is an astrophysicist that's been a mentor. I've got numerous mentors along the way that have all helped me. But my ultimate accountability is my own connection within to what my vision is.
And how would you define that vision?
Well, I'm basically dedicated my life to being a teacher, a researcher, a writer, a traveler, and a teacher. That's it. I do 4 things. The rest of it's all delegated away, and I just research every single day. I write every single day. I do pretty well teaching every single day, one-on-one or one-on-many, and I travel most every day. Even when I'm not traveling in a plane, I'm traveling on my home because I live on a ship. So I'm constantly traveling and trying to get my message and my mission, my vision out to the people who I can make a difference in. I do one-on-ones in consulting. I do one-on small groups where I do little workshops. I do sometimes bigger seminars where there's hundreds or thousands, and I sometimes do keynotes up to 28,000 people. And sometimes I do a lot of radio, television. I do between 500 and 1,000 radio and television, newspaper, magazine articles a year.
That's right, along with your contribution to Jet Set Magazine.
It's inspiring. I love writing for Jet Set because that's a very inspiring audience.
Where's your focus or inspiration when you're writing your articles for Jet Set?
You know, I'm reading every day and studying every day. I have 18 researchers that assist me in different fields. So I have an astrophysicist, I've got an astrobiologist, I've got an anthropologist, I've got people in business, I got people in economics, I've got people in chemistry and mathematics. I've got different fields that I have experts in that are feeding me information daily. I get an average of about 18 articles in a day, and then I do my own research in my own books and literature and searching So I'm constantly just devouring literature, and I guess I get inspiration every day from so many different angles that I can't wait to share more information with people.
Yeah, for the listeners out there who might be interested in getting in contact with you or working with you, what?
Yep, if they were to go to drdemartini.com, that's probably the best way, because on my website it's an educational experience. They can go on the menu on the left, and they can go into media, and they can see radios, television, newspapers, magazines, articles. They could go to inspired writing section and just hundreds of articles that I've been writing, or they can go and look under events and see where I'm speaking around the world or consulting. There's a Demartinipedia, which is like a Google inside the website where you can look up any topic and just anything that I might have written about it or we've gathered on it. There's just a plethora of information on there on how to help you maximize your life and do something extraordinary with your lives.
The Breakthrough Experience.
The Breakthrough Experience is a seminar program, a 2-day weekend seminar program that I've been doing now for over a quarter of a century. I've done it over 1,000 times. I do it about 40 plus times a year. It's a workshop or seminar that I do everything I can within all the resources and power and knowledge that I have to assist people in breaking through anything that they see in the way that's stopping them from doing something extraordinary with their life. And if that means they don't get clarity, we get clarity. If that means that they've got fears, we overcome fears. If that means that they don't have strategy, we work on strategy. Whatever it takes to help people do something meaningful, inspiring, extraordinary, so they can live an amazing life. That's what the 2 days is about. And I've had this smaller group to large groups in there. I've been blessed to do it in 60 countries, so I do it every weekend just about, and I love it, and it's one of the things that inspires me. And so watching people get on with their life and then getting testimonials back and the things that they do, and watching them change right there and getting a glimpse of what they can see for themselves and the possibilities in their life, that's pretty inspiring. I have a pretty blessed life. Not everybody gets to do what I do, and I get more than satisfaction each day.
What specific strategies and practices have made your business successful?
Well, I think that the key is to identifying what's truly meaningful to you, your highest priority, your highest value, the thing that's numero uno. And when I found that, and I think that's first key, then making sure that you organize your day in such a way that you prioritize your actions and stick to the highest priority actions. Parkinson's law states that if you don't fill your day with things that inspire you, it will fill up with things that don't. And if you don't fill your day with highest priorities that create incredible productivity, it'll fill up with low priority distractions that will erode it. So identifying that is what I love doing, and I pretty well know what that is for me, and I try my best to make sure that I delegate appropriately to people that are inspired to do what needs to be delegated, because if you hold yourself back by not delegating, you'll hold yourself back doing low priority stuff. So prioritizing things, getting around a team of specialists you can delegate appropriately to, inspiring them with a vision, making sure that you communicate in their values so they get inspired and they want to be part of a big vision, and just every single day just getting up and doing what you love doing. And I always say when you can't wait to get up in the morning and be of service, people can't wait to get your service. I think that's what's allowed me to keep busy. I have a very crazy busy schedule because of it.
Well, Dr. Demartini, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our listeners?
Yeah, well, everybody who's maybe listening, I'm certain that they already are doing extraordinary things, but no matter what, you want to give yourself permission to do the next step. There's never a stopping point. We sometimes live in a fantasy that, when I get retired, life will be better, but the reality is those with a mission don't have time for retirement. They might retire from a certain career, but they usually get on with something that's just as meaningful. As Charles Darwin said, if you have an idle moment, you haven't found your mission. Because people that have found their mission are busy with their mission. And whatever that mission may be, whatever it is, it's not right or wrong. It's whatever is meaningful to you. But you have to do something that inspires you if you want an inspiring life. So give yourself permission to do something extraordinary. Give yourself permission to live an inspired life. And know that no matter what you've done along the way, it's all on the way, not in the way.
Thank you so much, Dr. Demartini.
Great. Thank you for pass on the thank yous also for helping me share the message.
Thank you for listening to the Millionaire Life Coaching Podcast. For more information, go to millionairelifecoaching.com.